Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Wednesday warm-up. I'm Carter, and today we're going to find connection and awareness to the entire body. Let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's start at the front of our mat. Feet are about hips distance apart. Big toes can touch if that's comfortable. Draw the lower ribs in the belly in, tuck the tailbone just a smidge. Lift the heart. Feel the length of the back of the neck. Take the hands together, thumbs towards the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift the gaze, lift the chin, lift the chest. Give yourself a moment here to find the expansion through the side body. Rooting down through the heels, the balls of the feet, the toes stay soft. The hands can press against one another as you feel it through the outsides of the shoulders. Hands come to heart center. Bend the knees just a little bit. Fold forward. Release your arms. Tuck your chin. Sway the hips from side to side. Maybe bend and straighten the knees to get a sense of the hamstrings. Inhale, come up halfway. Flatten the back like a table. Knees straighten. Lift the chin and chest like you're looking for the horizon. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant your hands. Walk or step all the way back. Top of a push-up. As slowly as you can, lower to the floor. The elbows are brushing by the ribs. And once you find the floor, squeeze the legs together, point your toes. Press down the feet, hips and hands, lift chin and chest for cobra pose. If you're looking for a little bit more extension and length through the back, press the tops of the feet down, straighten the elbows, and bring the thighs off the ground for up dog. Big inhale, slow exhale. Drop the knees down, lift the hips up, table pose. Inhale, belly drops, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Cow, wag the tail. Exhale, cat, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, wag the tail. One more time, inhale, belly drops, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Exhale, round and squeeze. Roll over your toes, lift your knees and hips, down dog. Spread the fingertips nice and wide, find the full extension of the arms and shoulders. Head dangles between the arms as you relax the jaw. And belly buttons coming towards the thighs, scooping the tailbone up and then inviting the heels towards the floor as you slowly invite the knees to straighten. Start to bring your big toes a little bit closer together. Lift your right heel towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee and stack your right hip on top of your left hip. Gaze underneath that right arm. Take your right knee towards your belly or your chest, round a little bit like cat pose, and then send that leg all the way back up again. Bend, open, and stack. Let's do one more time. Knee towards belly, chest, tuck the chin, and then softly step the foot forward. Swivel your back foot as it roots down. Arms reach up, Virabhadrasana, one warrior one. Bend and straighten that front knee. Find stability. And then bend the elbows, hands and elbows draw back, lift the heart, chin, and chest. Take the right arm underneath the left arm. Either grab your shoulders or right hand grabs left wrist into eagle arms. Soften the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lift the heart, hinge at the waist. Elbows come forward as if you're trying to bring them over that right knee. Inhale, come on up. Unwind the arms and twist to the left, warrior two or Virabhadrasana 2. Widen the stance if you need it. Invite the right knee out towards right pinky toe. Soften the shoulders, maybe swivel the palms up and down. Reverse warrior, just drop that left arm down, right arm reaches up and over the right ear as you breathe some space in the right ribs. And then extended side angle. Take your right forearm to your right knee or thigh. Swivel that right palm up. Slide that left arm up and over the left ear. Gaze up towards the ceiling. As we find connection with the body, we are creating intimacy and figuring out what kind of energetic container we have access to today. Look down to your right big toe. Left hand comes down. Roll onto your left toes. Twist and open. Right arm reaches up to the sky for dragonfly twist. Keep hugging that right thigh towards the belly. Keep drawing the right shoulder back. And keep pushing through that left heel. Nice. Right hand comes down. Scoot your right foot to the left. Drop the shin down. Pigeon on the left side. Point the toes, lengthen through the torso. Scoot your right foot forward if you need more sensation in the hip, and then interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, straighten the elbows, lift the heart. Hips are dropping towards the floor. Let's release your hands, twist to the right, gaze over your right shoulder towards your left heel, and then bend that left knee. And with that right hand, reach back, foot, ankle, or shin. If it's too much, don't push it. If it ain't enough, invite the heel towards the tailbone. And then exhale, let it go. Drop to your right hip. Sweep your left leg all the way around so that left ankle gets as high as you can get it on that right thigh. Take the left hand to the floor by the hip. Take the crease of the right elbow around that left knee. Draw the belly in and twist to the left. Nice. Inhale, come back to center. Unfold your legs. Take your feet to the floor, hands behind you. And then we're just going to lean back. We're going to lift the feet up. Then you can start to straighten the knees. You can stay here if you're comfortable, or you can start coming to boat pose. Extend the arms out in front of you. The knees could straighten if you're feeling like that's a little bit more for where you're at. You can even create a little bit of movement. You can go halfway down and up. So you can kind of move a little bit. You can even do a little twist if you like. One more round of breaths. When you're ready, cross at your ankles, roll over your feet, plant your hands, walk yourself back to the top of a push-up, and move through any variation that works. So again, you can go all the way to the floor for Cobra. You can go halfway down for Up Dog through Chaturanga Dandasana, and Up and Down Dog, or Child's Pose. 3 deep full breaths wherever you are. Not rushing anything. This is a short practice, but it's not a fast practice. There's a big difference. Bring your big toes closer together. Lift your left heel towards the ceiling. Bend your left knee, stack left hip on top of right hip. Gaze underneath that left arm. And then take the left knee towards the belly, chest, or chin. Round a little bit like cat pose. Inhale, send that leg all the way back up. Bend, open, and stack. One more time, knee towards belly, chest. Softly step it forward. Swivel your back foot. Veer up, Bhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Arms reach up. Stability of legs first. Elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back as you open up through the heart. Left arm underneath right arm. Grab the shoulders or eagle arms. Tuck your tailbone. Hinge forward. Elbows away from the chest. Hands away from the face, and shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale, come on up, unwind the arms, twist to the right, widen the stance. Virabhadrasana 2, let's roll those hands up and down as you move the shoulders a bit. And then drop that right arm down. Extend that left arm up and over that left ear. Sink a little bit more into that left knee. All right, left forearm to left knee. Right arm reaches up and over the right ear. You can swivel that right palm down so the shoulder stays in its socket. And then draw that right shoulder, right hip back. Look up towards the ceiling. Same time, the left knee is pressing out towards left pinky toe, as we create a little bit of openness in the pelvis. Look down to your left big toe. Right hand comes down. Roll onto your right toes. Twist and open, left arm reaches up. Let's draw that belly in and see if you can move that belly button on the opposite side of the left thigh. Gaze up towards the left thumb, strung through the right leg. Another breath. This whole practice is an expression of loving kindness for our bodies. So make sure that the asana feels right. Left hand down, pigeon left side. So left foot comes back, lay the shin down. Drop the knee, lengthen through torso. The closer the shin is parallel to the front of the mat, the more intense it'll be on that left hip. So draw it back for range of motion, draw it forward for more sensation, square your hip bones. Nothing in the knees, and then interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart. If you're finding this is difficult to be here, you can try to press into the shin to give you some stability, and then allow the hips to drop a little bit. And if you're not okay with it, you can just keep the hands down. Right? So you're still dropping the hip bone and lengthening through the torso. So if you do have the hands interlaced, let them go. Twist to the left, gaze over your left shoulder towards the right heel. And if you feel like you need more attention to your right quadricep and hip flexor, bend that right knee, and with the left hand, reach back foot, ankle, or shin. Heel towards tailbone if you need more sensation, but keep the torso long, keep the breath smooth. Nice. Exhale, let it go. Drop to your left hip. Sweep this right leg all the way around. So your right ankle is as high as you can get it on your left thigh. The right foot is flat on the ground. And then take your right hand to the floor by the hip. This is going to support the length of the spine. Take the crease of the left elbow around that right knee. Draw the belly in as you twist to the right. Then squeeze that right thigh towards your belly chest. And then tuck the chin. Look for your right thumb or index finger. Relax the jaw. We're thinking about space within the belly and wringing out the vital organs. Making sure they're nice and healthy. Nice work. Come back to center. Unfold the legs. Let's bring the soles of the feet together this time. Take the hands to the feet, ankles, or shins. Draw the heels towards you. And then get a nice long spine as you lift the heart. Knees draw towards the floor. Relax the jaw. And then bring the belly button towards the heels until you feel like it's enough. Elbows can be drawing down towards the groins, or you can flare them out towards the insides of the thighs, knees, or calves. And so you can press into it if you need to. There's always there's 3 options in every asana. Either pressing and pushing towards a sensation, breathing deeply and softening into the pose. And the last option is doing less, like maybe coming up or out of the pose. There's always those options. None of them are wrong. Well, if they ain't feeling right, then that's wrong. Or if there's pain, that's wrong. But none of them, any decision you make that feels right is it's correct, right? And every practice will be different. So we're coming to practice with an open mind. Inhale, come on up, hands on the outsides of the knees, lift the knees on up. Take the feet to the floor. Take the hands behind you. Windshield wiper your knees left and right. You can even twist a little in the opposite direction of the direction that the knees fall. Just keeping the spine a little bit malleable. All right, keep the knees bent, lower your back all the way down flat. We're coming into bridge pose, so feet are about hips distance apart. Heels are close to the hips, so if your hands are by your side body, you can feel the heels. Then we're going to take the curvature of the back and we're going to press it into the ground like we're trying to make an imprint of the spine. And then we're going to slowly roll up, so we're going to lift the tailbone, so we're pressing the lower back into the ground. Then we're going to lift the lower back, we press the mid back into the ground. And then we slowly start to lift up until we find that sensation or that range of motion that works. Once you get up, if you're feeling like you want to get more sensation and openness in the heart, you can start to squeeze the shoulder blades together and interlace the fingers behind the hips. If you're moving in this variation, see if you can straighten the elbows, bring the wrists together, and press into the ground with the triceps, sides of the hands. Chin draws towards the chest, so you're long through the back of the neck, and if you still need a little bit more, come onto your tippy toes. 2 breaths. Once we are getting a little bit more intimate with the body, then we have an opportunity to see what we can do physically, energetically, and emotionally. Until then, we're just kind of randomly running through the day and hoping that we're connected enough where we don't hurt ourselves. Lower the heels, release the hands, lower the hips. Again, let's windshield wiper knees side to side. Making sure the lower back feels malleable. And then let's take the right hamstring and rest it on top of the left thigh. We're stacking knees. Draw the thighs towards you, squeeze in. This may be enough, and you may want to just stay right here if this feels good. The next option is lifting your head and shoulders off the ground and reaching for your shins just above the ankles. If you can get a hold of these, lift your feet up and draw them away from one another, and then maybe lower the head and shoulders down. So this is like a flying Gomukhasana. Deep hip openers, so feet are trying to separate from one another. Ankles are coming down towards the armpits or towards the floor. Can be quite intense. If you're tight in hips, you may not be able to even get here, and that's fine. Keep the knees and legs stacked. Release the ankles and let the knees fall to the left. Open up the arms nice and wide for the spinal twist. Chin drops towards the right shoulder if that feels okay in the neck. And if the twist is too much for the spine, unfold the legs so the right knee is next to the left knee rather than on top. Always make adjustments in a way that support the body. So there should never be any pain in practice. There is probably sensation that can be intense, but it's a self-regulating practice, meaning that it doesn't have to be intense. You can even skip the entire pose if you like. If there's you're like, that hurts my knee, or that's too intense, I'm not up for it, well, you go into child's pose, or you sit in meditation, or you find a pose that you enjoy, and then you just move through practice. No problems at all. Knees back up to center, unfold the legs. Windshield wiper knees side to side. And let's do the other side. So left hamstring on right thigh. Left knee on top of right knee. Thighs or belly. Let's try it again. Thighs or knees towards the belly chest. If you need it a little bit more, that Gomukhasana, lift the head and shoulders. Reach for the shins just above the ankles. Feet lift up and away from one another, and then maybe lower the head and shoulders down. Gomukhasana or flying Gomukhasana, always a good way to find out the variation of the hips, and this is way tighter for me on this side. It's okay, right? There is variation within body, and there is acceptance to it. Doesn't mean we don't work on it and try to heal it and expand it, but we're not trying to make it symmetrical in the body. We're trying to create harmony. All right, wherever you are, knees drop to the right, arms open up nice and wide. Again, make those modifications that work for the spine, lower back. So unfold the legs if you need to, or maybe bring the thighs closer to the belly or farther away from the belly. So find the variation of the pose that works for you sensation-wise. Big inhale, slow exhale. As we start to wind down from practice, there's always an opportunity for us to acknowledge our practice and maybe create the foundation of the rest of our day or evening. What do we want it to look like? What do we want it to feel like? What are the words we want to use? What's the energy we want to hold? We start to cultivate it now. We can use the word I am powerful, I am connected, I am creative. Inhale, knees back up to center, unfold the legs, windshield wiper knees side to side. Let that lower back soften. Draw the knees towards the belly chest, give them a squeeze. Let's come into a happy baby. Both arms reaching between the legs, grab the bottoms of the feet. Ankles come up over the knees as you separate the feet. Knees slide down towards the rib cage. A little movement from side to side. Exhale, let it all go. Real short Shavasana. If you want a longer one, by all means, stay. So heels find the corners of your mat. Take your left hand to your heart, right hand to the belly. Tuck the chin, close the eyes. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Just a moment here. If you do have the time and the space to stay in this Shavasana for another 5 or 10 minutes, please do that. If your day is waiting for you, allow your breath to deepen. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rock the head a little side to side. Bring the ankles closer together. Extend your arms up over your head. Stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Draw the knees towards the belly, wrap the arms around the legs, squeeze. Right arm reaches up over your head, roll to your right side. A moment to be here now. I'm grateful for this body, grateful for this day and this opportunity. Pressing the hands into the floor, bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. Take the hands to the knees or thighs, a little bit of movement with the head. Make sure the neck stays malleable. Ear to shoulder, chin up, chin down, big circles. Big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. Hope you're feeling connected to the body. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. If you want to add an extra 10-minute practice, click here. If you want to add an extra 30-minute practice, click here. And make sure you click on my photo right over here to subscribe to my channel. Take care of yourself. I love you guys. Peace.